Welcome to Old Guy Gaming Network, and tonight I will begin a playthrough of a classic RPG called Eye of the Beholder. Eye of the Beholder came out in 1990, and it was the first Dungeons and Dragons game I played on the PC. I hope you enjoy this playthrough, and without further ado, I present Eye of the Beholder. Man, brings back so many memories. SSI was such a wonderful developer back in the day for PC games. They are sorely missed. And like I said, this was the very first advanced or Dungeons and Dragons game I ever played on the PC. God, it just seems like yesterday. And reading so much Dungeons and Dragons, like books and things like that, Waterdeep, I was well known to me, through the books that I read, and so it was kind of neat seeing it, on screen in a video game for the first time. There are 4 heroes approach the hall. Go ahead and gear up. I laugh how the wizard, his little book, it just says spells right on it. That was probably his most, valuable possession. I kind of highly doubt wizards would, openly advertise what it is. There's your cleric praying for her spells. And of course your search begins below the city. Tell you what though, they'd have to pay me a lot of freaking gold coins to go down into a sewer. You know how hard it is to get the smell of shit out of your armor? Oh, and they collapse the tunnel. I start the game off with my main character, Belthorian. He's a paladin, and he was originally my pen and paper character growing up, and he eventually made it into these kind of RPGs and eventually graduated into MMOs. I've been playing Belthorian the Paladin for so long, if somebody called me Bell on the street, I'd probably answer. Now, the other characters you probably recognize from David Eddings' books, like the Belgrad, the Balorian. There's Belden, Beldarian, daughter of Belgrath, Belgrath, a sorcerer. Belden in this game is a fighter thief. Beldarian is my cleric, and Belgrath is obviously my mage. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I pick up, all these stones because they have their various uses. Something scurries deeper into the floor. So yeah, you have to wander around. Obviously, you have little levers to open doors. There'll be you can even find secret rooms. But at this point, before I venture any deeper, I think I need to go ahead and memorize spells and pray for spells. Basically, have my cleric and my mage all set up to ready for adventure. Don't want to go in empty-handed. Now, in this game, it's a dungeon crawl. If you manage everything correctly, only the 2 front characters, they'll be standing, shoulder to shoulder. They'll be the only ones that are going to be, physically able to be attacked. So the mage and the cleric, now they can't attack either, but they can use ranged weapons or spells. Now, if you go into a large open area, um, in these dungeon rooms, creatures can get around behind you and attack your squishier character. So you need to have situational awareness and pay attention to where you're at, so you don't unnecessarily expose them to melee combat. Now, I wish you could appreciate this like I did back in the day. This is, long before, 3D accelerators were out and, 3D graphics were common. There were some other games that did this before Eye of the Beholder, but this was the first time I ever experienced kind of a, first person point of view dungeon crawl. And, I just remember I was like, this is so cool. I think these are kobolds we're wailing on. Got to make sure you pick up your ration packs, because you notice that you have a hit point pool, but you also have a food pool. So your characters will basically run out of food energy, over time. So you got to make sure, if you find anything useful like these ration packs, pick them up, because you are going to need them. In this game, I know there's not any stores or shops where you can buy new equipment and food. You basically have to find, whatever you find is what you use. So you can see a little notch in the door. You need to be on the lookout for them, because that's how you open some of these doors. They're not readily apparent, but now those little round things in the floor are pressure plates, and they'll open and close doors. So that's where the rocks come in handy. You can put a rock on a pressure plate and it'll hold a door open for you. One thing I wish they did in this game is, so my mage has multiple daggers, and I wish it just kept it in a common armament type pool, meaning if he had 4 daggers, it would count them as weapons, and he could throw all 4 of them, but it doesn't work that way. You would have to go into his inventory and put another dagger in his hand and throw that one. So when combat is real time, you don't really have time to do that. So for him, that's just a one-shot weapon. So he's got his dagger to throw and spells. Hopefully I'll be able to find a sling or something that he can use. See here, I'll just put a rock on a pressure plate. It'll open up and hold that door for me. And then a lot of time when you come through, oh, there's another rock to replace the one you just used. Now, on my second monitor screen, I am playing with something called the All-Seeing Eye. Ooh, wait a minute. So, I noticed, one of the bricks was in the dungeon was sort of off color. So, yeah, just out of curiosity, I put, scroll my mouse over it, and lo and behold, it was clickable. So, open a secret door. There's my cleric using her heal light wounds on my paladin. Oh, but what I was going to say is I'm playing with something called the All-Seeing Eye mod, and so it's an auto mapper. This game did not have that, so there is no map function. And so I remember, when I played this through the first time, kind of getting lost in these dungeons and just wandering around, trying to find my way to the next level. And so, oh, there's another one, I think. Yep. And so, it's a quality of life thing. I certainly want, the auto mapper makes this game a lot easier to play. I'm not sure what the heck these things are. Maybe giant leeches. Okay, so that's how you get down to level 2, but I'm not ready to go down there yet because there's still areas of this upper level that I have not explored yet. Now, one of the things that you sort of have to get used to doing is, saving your game manually frequently. This game does not have autosave, so it is quite easy to forget to save and then wander into a situation where you get a party wipe, and if you forgot to save, then you've lost. You could lose potentially hours worth of progress. So I try to remember to do that. The first level here is not so bad as far as dealing with leeches and kobolds. Found some scrolls. And one of the things I like to do is scribe scrolls. So if it's a spell my wizard doesn't know, it's now in his spell book and can be memorized at will, and it's not taking up an inventory slot. Now, I'm just going to run through, we're just going to do the first level tonight. And then, I'll try to do a level, every couple days. And then just, keep these sessions short and sweet. So they're watchable. Yeah, see, there I go. Making sure I save. It's funny, even with the auto mapper, trying to it's not always easy being 100%, hey, I've been this way and I've explored all, off branching corridors and whatnot. Magic missile. even though it doesn't do a lot of damage at low level, I always thought Magic Missile was a bit OP because it can't miss. It's a guaranteed hit. And in D&D, as you go up in levels, the Magic Missile can be incredibly powerful. I know we're coming up to the end of level 1, and we'll go down to level 2. We'll start that in the next video. Hey, please leave some comments. Let me know if you played this game and what your memories are of it. And if you would, I would love for you to like and subscribe and help me grow my channel. I found a shield. I'm going to give that to Belden because my paladin, the holy symbol, gives him access to his paladin spells. But I hope you've enjoyed this playthrough of level 1 of Eye of the Beholder. Until next time, have a wonderful day.